Side note, I had asked him one time to go in half with me to put my son in basketball a long time ago. I'm gonna put a screenshot on that date in here. But I had asked him a long time ago and he didn't even respond. He left me on delivered. He could have let them FaceTime, or he could have, you know, allowed them to see her. At least he could have pulled up in the driveway and let them at least get a hug out of their auntie, you know, like real quick, especially if you were going the same way and y'all wasn't even going. I don't know if they had like plans for a dinner or something spectacular that they were doing. I don't know. We don't talk like that. But it's like, he could have did a FaceTime real quick. There's nothing. But, you know, it wasn't time for them to meet just yet. That's how I took it, and that's what it was. I wasn't gonna get upset about that. It kind of bothered me a little bit, but it wasn't like, no, I'm gonna hold this against you. No, it's not that deep. I like my peace. That was their daddy house shoes and their daddy house outfit. And sometimes, you know, they have a lot of clothes over here. There's 5 people in this house. I do a lot of shopping. The way I shop, I shop a season ahead of time so I can catch them deals. You know what I'm saying? I buy shoes every 3 months. Unless something happens with their shoes and I have to get them somewhere, and I buy them 2 pairs each. And I buy 2 kids shoes. I buy 2 kids clothes at a time. So one pay period is a bi-weekly pay period. I buy Cash and Cameron something. Then the next pay period, Kamaya and Kyrie something. But they're all getting something, you know, a season ahead. I buy them clothes every 3 months. I buy them shoes every 3 months. Unless it's like an event where they got to get, you know, high school, that school week thing. Where they got like St. Patrick's Day, Christmas, and all that, t-shirts and all that stuff. Then I'll be buying those items as well, and the pajamas and stuff. And I do stuff with them, and we might take some pictures. You know, it just depends on what I gotta do. But I spend money year round on these kids. I don't want them not having, because that's how I grew up. I didn't have much, and I had to feel like I had to shoplift, and I don't want them growing up feeling like they got to shoplift. So I make sure they have plenty enough clothes. And he started doing this thing where he would pocket call me, like randomly pocket call me. And I'd be like, he done did this several times. Like one occasion, I was with my dad. I was out, because I was going through some stuff. My dad had called me. He was like, hey, look, I'm going to come pick you up and take you out or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. So my dad had picked me up and took me out. And he had pocket dialed me. I'm like, hello? Hello? The kids okay? Hello? And I hung up, and I'm just like, all right, that's weird. But I never called back because it ain't that deep. I don't care that bad. It was getting ready to be, my birthday weekend was going to land on my weekend, but I wanted to see if there was a possibility that we could swap weekends. That way I could have my weekend free or whatever. He was like, yeah, I get them both weekends. I get them my weekend and get them your weekend. That's cool, no problem. So as time got closer, something had happened. So he was supposed to come pick up the kids, right? He told me a certain time frame. I had something to do. So he ran past that time frame, and I ended up having to take the kids with me. So I'm like, look, you told me you was gonna pick the kids up at this particular time and you weren't around. I had something to do. Anytime that you tell me you're gonna pick the kids up, I make plans at least an hour out. And I had something to do, so I end up having to, I had put money into this, so I end up having to take the kids with me. So I don't know if you want to meet tomorrow morning. Man, you be on that, you be doing all that extra capping. You always capping, you be on the BS. Every time I look around, you trying to figure out a way to make some talk. I'm like, it's not even that deep. If you want to, I can meet you after this event, or I can meet with you early in the morning. Man, if all that, ain't nobody trying to do all that. You always trying to make a way to make da-da-da to make it be all hard. You always trying to make stuff hard make it hard for. I'm like, if you wasn't late, we wouldn't have had this problem. And you didn't even call. I called your phone. You didn't answer the phone. So let's be mature about the situation. Like, it's not even that deep. All you have to do is just meet me in the morning, or you can meet me after the event. I'm not going to argue with you. You can call me, sleep it over, call me back, or whatever. Talk to your wife about it, and let me know what you want to do. After the event, I texted and said, what you want to do? He was like, I'm going to just get you to get the kids in the morning and meet me in Conyers or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I met him in Conyers. Mind y'all, they have a Honda Pilot, and they have 4 kids, right? So it's 2 adults. She always with them. She always bring all the kids when it's time to pick up the kids or whatever. So it'd be him, his wife, those 4 kids. Then they had some man in the car, and then they want my 4 kids to get in the car. I'm just trying to figure out, how in the H are all these people fitting in this car? But hey, I ain't gotta take that ticket. And if they get pulled over and something happens to my kids, baby, I'm just gonna pick my kids up and they gonna have to figure out the rest because I don't even know, like, I don't know how they making that happen. But yeah, so he got the kids. Hey, I went inside the beauty supply store and got me some stuff for cause my little supply was running low. I have to re-up on hair supplies. It costs about $100 to buy hair supplies for everybody in this house because everybody got some hair on their head. He ain't sitting not nothing. Like he's not financially helping me at all, right? He's just getting the kids and I get a break. And he's very disrespectful. So I was letting a lot of stuff slide. I was just rolling it off my shoulder just because I want a break. So then this man was like he wasn't going to be able to keep the kids for my birthday weekend. I was just like, that's fine, I figured. But don't worry about it. Keep that same energy when it's time for your birthday to come. Because I promise you're going to get them kids on your birthday. He was like, I promise you I'm not. And I'm like, okay, we'll see. So I left that conversation like that. And then shortly, my birthday had passed, boom. I don't remember what I did. But the week after my birthday is my daughter's birthday. So he wanted to get my daughter for her birthday. Normally, what I do is I make sure they wake up and the whole house decorated. I make sure they have pancakes every birthday. And I make sure they have some gifts or whatever. Whether they have a big party or not. Like if they have a party, it's gonna be on the weekend, so they'll get that and then they'll get their party on that weekend or whatever. So this particular year, she wasn't gonna have no party. She was just gonna get, you know, her little gifts at the house or whatever. And if somebody wanna send a gift, they'll send a gift. And this big deal about got cussed out about her birthday or whatever. So I was like, yeah, you gotta go to your daddy house for your birthday, but don't worry, I have something special for you. So this particular week, they left my house and I go in their room and their room is dirty. I called the phone like, hey Cash, you know you left your room with a mess over here, so we'll see what happened when you come back home or whatever. But I just wanted to say that because I wanted to surprise her. So she go over there and they did whatever they did. And she was supposed to come, her birthday was on a Sunday, so she was supposed to come home on Sunday. And I was like, hey, is there a way that you could drop the kids off like before 5 or whatever? Because I wanted to do something. I wanted to spend at least some of her birthday with her, and y'all could do something that Saturday if possible. He was like, I got plans for both days. And I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna argue with you. I wasn't gonna argue with him about her birthday. I was just gonna do what I could do when I could do it. You know what I'm saying? So I called and I was like, what time are you bringing her or whatever? He was like, I don't know. And I'm just like, can you tell me in particular times? Because I want to see how I can plan my day about, you know, her birthday and stuff. He was like, I don't know, we got plans. So I was just like, okay. It was 3 o'clock or whatever. And I was like, hey, are you bringing the kids anytime soon? He was like, I don't know. And I'm just like, this man here. So I didn't take out no food. I didn't cook nothing. But I went and someone just told me to decorate her bedroom. And go ahead and have her gifts and stuff laid out on her bed or whatever. I wasn't going to have it like the whole house decorated. I just wanted to do it in her room because I feel like she ain't getting nothing. So I went ahead and cleaned that room up or whatever. Vacuumed it out. Put the little good carpet brush in there. And I decorated it. And I had her gifts and stuff all, you know, decked out or whatever. And shortly after that, he calls me. He's like, I'm finna bring them now because they doing too much. I'm finna bring them right now. So hot dogs and chips and fruit and juice boxes and some music playing. That's a party. And ice cream and cake. I went to the store real quick and I got all those items real quick. Thank God I have a grocery store behind my house. So I went and got all those items and I had her birthday, you know, celebration ready for when she got home. So she came in, she was looking a little sad. She was like, oh, I don't have nothing. Then she went in her room, she was just, her face lit up and that just made my heart smile. And I was like, oh, happy birthday, happy birthday. So I asked her, I was like, how was your birthday at your dad's house? What y'all do? She was like, we just walked around. I said, y'all just went to the car. Y'all ain't riding around? No. We just walked around. And we got a corn dog and we just walked around. I was like, oh, well, maybe they money a little funny. What you get for your birthday? Nothing, I just went to the carnival. And then he was yelling at me because I wanted to come home. I have a strong policy. You can't get in trouble on your birthday. That's against the law. Like, who the fuck yells at somebody on their special day? got yelled at. You know how he is. I'm so sorry. Give me a hug. And I hugged my baby and I kissed my baby and I made up for that time, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, did you get pancakes? No, I had oatmeal. Who? You didn't get pancakes on your birthday? That's a tradition for me over here. You didn't get pancakes for your birthday? I made my baby some pancakes, and she had her hot dogs, and she had her chips, and she had her cake and her ice cream and her good music and her fruit. And I let them stay up a little bit later because I didn't get them back until a later time. But I made up for that. But that really hurt my feelings, and I felt like it's some favoritism being shown. Because not you had a birthday party for this child and got her a gift as well, even if it was one thing, but you didn't do it for the next child. What is that about? Yelled at my baby? And I feel like it's because she looks the most like me. You know what I'm saying? She a Taurus like me. She kind of act like me. She taught me a lot about myself. That's why I say my blessings came through them children, because they taught me a lot about myself. She taught me how to communicate better. She taught me how to not shut down when it's time to communicate. She taught me how to not keep so bottled up inside. She taught me a lot. Like, she taught me about my being sensitive and stuff. Like, I'm not as sensitive as I once was. Yes, I am a little bit sensitive, but it just depends. Like, I can eat some stuff up. And she taught me how to just be a better person all around. And I'm working on her as well. But it's just like, don't treat my child like that. You know what I'm saying? So I had a conversation with him about that, trying to get through to him, but never been able to communicate. It's like I'm up here and he down here. He negative, he nasty, he's disrespectful. I'm respectful. I got a little bit of wisdom. I'm at peace. He's just miserable. In misery love company. I'm not gonna come down there with you. I'm not gonna meet you there, like, at all. And you're not gonna bring me down, because I built myself up to be this stronger, better person. And each year I try to progress. Like, I always make it my goal to be better than what I was the last year. Like, if I was homeless, I don't care if I'm staying in the hotel. I got me somewhere to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, this year, going up to next year, I was supposed to be getting me a house, but baby credit said, heck nah, so I'm finna be in this apartment. But guess what? I'm finna redecorate this bitch. I'm finna redecorate this bitch, okay? You hear me? New everything up in here if I gotta stay here another year. But I try to do better than, and I got a better job, y'all. Good benefits. Yeah, I got me a better job, though. Good benefits coming. But I just try to do a lot better than, and I'm at a better space than what I was last year. And I lost weight. Like, y'all look at my old TikToks, y'all see how big I was. And I'm at a better place in life, you know what I'm saying, than what I was last year. I always try to do a little bit better. If it's not much, it's something. Whether if I'm not in a good environment, at least I'm at peace. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? So I've never been in competition with nobody but myself. I always been battling myself, because I always felt like I had to be best in life, you know, at this particular age. I was supposed to be married. I'm supposed to have this picket fence. I'm supposed to have my husband in a 2-car garage and all this fancy stuff at this particular age. But hey, that's not my journey, you know what I'm saying? My journey was to go through the things that I went through in order to get to where I'm at now, so I can get to where I want to go, to get to where I'm supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? So I had to go through a lot of things. Yeah, I had to go through a lot of repetitive things because I was not learning my lessons, which is why I had those 4 children. And y'all would be like, I wouldn't, and you would have popped them Plan Bs, baby. I'm not gonna take no pills that's gonna later on cause me to take 15 pills when I'm old, when I'm about 80 years old. While you take your 15 pills, I'm gonna be over here taking my 3. Okay? So y'all keep taking the Plan Bs if y'all want to. I work in the health industry. I know what's going on. Y'all take them Plan Bs if y'all want to. Y'all get them abortions if y'all want to. Y'all, it does everything does something to your body. God puts people in your life that are supposed to be there. If you're supposed to have that baby, you supposed to have that baby. Not you took a Plan B for this time, and then next week you finna be taking another one. Not you on birth control, but you still got pregnant. Now you're taking a Plan B. Like, that baby supposed to be here. Stop playing, sis. Stop playing. Nah, for real. Like, Co-parenting is hard when it comes to co-parenting with a narcissist. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I do a lot of rambling and a lot of talking, like I'm on live or something. I might need to go live with y'all then doing these videos. But yeah, after that situation, I was getting ready to go on a cruise, y'all. I was gonna take my first sister trip. You hear me? And we was lit. And he was saying he wanted to get the kids at a certain time, but I was telling him, like, look, they're going to my auntie house because I'm going out of town, so you can get them when I come back or whatever. So I went on the trip and I came back. I had COVID. I ain't had COVID all that time, and I finally had caught COVID, y'all. It was a mess. I was so daggone depressed, y'all. I'm talking about, I was just so depressed. I was not feeling good. I was depressed on the trip. I had COVID on the cruise ship, y'all. Like the last night, I was asleep, slumped, couldn't eat, not feeling good, came back. I didn't know I had COVID, but I knew I wasn't feeling good. And someone told me, before you pick your kids up, sis, take a COVID test. So I stopped at Walgreens. I took a COVID test, and I had COVID. But I still went and picked up my kids. I'm thinking if I ride with the windows down and I got my mask on, I'm not going to spread it. I'm at my auntie house. She was like, you want me to keep the kids a little longer? And I was like, nah, because I'm not going to be able to come back over here. Because my car was a lemon, y'all. It was a little suspect. I didn't know if I was going to even make it home, to be honest. And I'm like, nah, I ain't going to be able to make it back. So I'm just going to have to get them right now. So they got in the car with me. They had their mask on. I had them spray the car, let the windows down, let the air out for 15 minutes. Then I rode home with them in the car and with the windows down, thinking I'm doing something. And then my baby daddy had my son when I was on that cruise. He didn't have the other three. He just had my son. I was making that my son punishment. I was like, you're going to go to your daddy's house since you want to cut up and not keep your room clean. So you're going to go to your daddy's house. Because he didn't like going to his daddy's house. So I thought I was doing something by making him go over there. He was calling me the whole trip, y'all. Calling me on FaceTime all the whole time. Of course, my baby daddy would let him call me while I'm on the trip. But he won't let my kids call me on FaceTime any other weekend. But when I'm on this trip, you gonna let him call me on FaceTime? For real? Red flag. So then I was supposed to get my son back. He was like, I can't keep him, and I ain't gonna bring him over there. If you want to get your son back, you gonna have to come pick him up. And I'm like, okay, no problem. So I'm sick as a dog. I'm sick as a dog. I pull up to their house. I'm like, I'm outside, sit them outside. So I had all my kids sitting in the back seat or whatever with the windows down. He get in the car, he's sitting in the back. I pull off and I get home. This man gonna call me talking about something. Hey, how you know where I stay at? That's weird. You weird as H. You weird as H. How the H you know where I stay at? I'm like, sir. I'm like, I've been to where you stayed at. What are you talking about? Man, you weird as H. You weird as H. How the H you know where I stay at? That's crazy how I ain't had to send you no address, but you just knew where I stay at. I'm like, I've been to your address. What are you talking about? What? Y'all remember me telling y'all that I sent the police to their house to do a courtesy check on my kids, right? Okay. But I'm weird because I came and picked my son up because you didn't want to bring him to me. You just wanted to call me. He was supposed to get the kids that following week. He called my phone. I didn't answer because my voice was gone. I didn't want to text. I was not on no social media platforms. I was not responding to text messages barely. I talked to who I wanted to talk to, but I didn't want to talk to him. I didn't even want to pick up the phone and text him. But I was just like, we're going to have to meet you another time or whatever. So then he called my daughter's phone. She got mad. I'm isolating myself. I didn't know I had gave them kids COVID because they didn't have the symptoms yet. But I was trying to isolate myself and stay on my side of the apartment because it's kind of like a roommate style apartment. So I was staying on this side. They was out there. And I was just on FaceTime with them, and I was coaching them through. Like, it was ridiculous. And I was ordering DoorDash like crazy, y'all, to feed them. I'm talking about breakfast, lunch, dinner, DoorDash. spent like $1,000 worth of DoorDash within them 2.5 weeks. They had a lot of McDonald's stuff. Talking about $36, baby. Was doing it then. So he called her phone, right? And he like, who's sick? Who got this? Oh, y'all can't come over. Y'all can't come over. She was like, yeah, my mommy not feeling good or whatever. And he was like, oh no. And he hanged up and he called my phone. I answered the phone like, what? What? Who got COVID? Why? You're not gonna send no COVID test. You're not gonna send no medicine. You're not gonna send no money. Why are you worried about what's going on over here? Yeah. Anywho, I got better from COVID or whatever. Everybody was tested negative and all that stuff. Went back to working, y'all. And then back to co-parenting. And then he asked for the kid sizes, and he had finally bought some school clothes out of nowhere finally. On my phone, he was like, hey, you gonna have to come downstairs and get this bag because it's a lot of stuff. Like, it's a big old bag. They ain't gonna be able to carry this upstairs. You have to come outside, get your way up, and come outside and come get this bag. So as I come outside and I get the bag, I see her doing like this. Like, looking real hard all up in my face. I'm like, what the H is she looking at? What is she looking at me so hard for? And I was like, was they talking about me or something? Why was she looking at me so hard? Why is she breaking her neck to be looking at me? But I feel like she was looking to see if she seen something. To see if there was something going on. But anyway, he was like, hey, I want to put the boys in football. So I'm like, okay. He's like, but I gotta get Kyrie an ID. I was like, oh, don't worry, I'll take him to go get an ID because it gotta be you know, where he live at or whatever. He was like, no, I can take him. I'll take him. It's no problem. I was like, don't worry about it. I'll take him because I gotta go to the DMV anyway. So I took him to go get his ID for football. So after I took him to get the ID for football, mind y'all, I went to the DMV in Conyers, and the recreation center that he was going to be playing football at was in Conyers. So I felt like, since I'm already out here, and he lived in Covington, you have to pass Conyers to get to Covington. So I felt like it'd be easier for me to just drop it off because I'm already out there. So I went ahead and took the ID up there and the birth certificate up there so they can make copies. So all they had to do was just fill out the paperwork. I'm thinking I'm being helpful. I'm thinking I'm co-parenting by helping. I'm not paying for the registration fees or anything. You didn't want me to contribute towards that. You wanted to do it all by yourself for whatever reason. Red flag. So I'm like, I'm just gonna take it up there. So after I did that, I went to the grocery store because I was trying to hurry up so I can get back so I can go to work. So because I had called out until a certain time frame. So I'm at the grocery store and I'm in the store with my son or whatever. And he called my phone. He like, hey, you at the house? I'm like, no, I'm at the grocery store right now. Oh, I went ahead and took the ID to the recreation center, so you don't even have to come all the way out here to Lithonia. You can just go straight to Conyers from your house and it'd be quicker for you. He starts cussing me the out. Y'all hear me? He starts going in on me. Why the H you doing all that? You doing all that? You doing too much. That's why I don't want to deal with you no more. Like, you always doing too much. You always doing. And I'm like, why are you getting so upset? And let me tell y'all why. What he was trying to do was he was trying to figure out a way to make it seem like he do a lot for these kids over here. He wanted to put them in sports. He wanted them to be registered to a school with his address on it, and whatever clothing items that he had at his house that just stay over there. I guess he got some receipts saved up or something, but he wanted to be able to use all of these for documentation purposes. And then he'll text. I noticed that he would text my phone and ask me all the time what the kids need, and I would text him this, but I never received these items. I would text him the sizes and everything, but I never received the items. But he doing it to have documentation purposes because his wife was putting him up on game on how to freak the system. And he was trying to figure out a way to do all that so he can get legitimized and make it seem like he doing so much, and so he won't be able to get put on child support or something. I don't know. maybe I'm an overthinker or over observant, but baby, intuition is telling me I'm right. You know what I'm saying? I know what he was on, y'all. Why were you gonna get so upset for me saving you a trip, saving you some money? I had to pay for that $32 daggone ID for a 5-year-old. That's wild. I went all the way to Conyers. I took time out of my day. I took a little time off of work to go do that because thought I was being helpful. But you gonna cuss me out? What? So let me tell y'all about football. So we go to football practice. It's his first practice. I made sure I made it there. I wasn't gonna be able to go to all the practices because I was having some issues going on in my car or whatever. But I went to the first practice. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm up here. It's bleachers, so I had my little backpack full of snacks. I had the juices, I had the fruit snacks, I had the chips, I had some candy, I had the baby wipes for the seats, I had the Lysol wipes, I had hand sanitizer, I had everything, a backpack full of snacks. So I'm lit. I don't wipe the bleachers off because it rained the day before. I wiped the bleachers off, dried it off with my pants so everybody could sit down. I'm scrubbing my booty across the bleachers for them kids. So I'm thinking I'm gonna be sitting here by myself. His wife walks her butt over there. She walks over there and sits down. Her and her kids. I don't mind her kids now, but her. That last conversation we had, it just was weird, and it never was no. I don't know, but I just, I'm a team player. So I'm sitting there, I ain't gonna speak until you say nothing to me. So I'm just sitting there eating my little snacks, watching Kyrie. I'm like, look at Kyrie, his little costume, look at his little uniform on, he looks so cute. Come Kyrie. And then she said something to me. And I was like, hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. I came with my son's playing football type thing, the little lady talk. She was like, okay, this the coat. Let's the lady over here about the shirts. Let's go over there and talk to her about the shirts. So I go over there with her. She was like, hey, this is Kyrie mom. You can put her number down so she can see what's going on with the team or whatever. And so y'all can put her in the group chat or whatever. And I'm like, okay. I'm thinking, okay, this might work. She being real nice. Okay, maybe I could do this. Okay, cool. So she gave the lady my number. I chatted up a little bit with the lady, and I'm like, how much of the shirts I pay for Kyrie's shirt or whatever. And then his wife, she's like, yeah, we think about making the shirts. We can show y'all some designs or whatever, and we can make the whole team shirts and make y'all the shirts or whatever because we got a business doing that, and we'll love to sponsor y'all or whatever. Me and my husband can do that. I'm like, oh, that's cute, y'all. Yeah, okay, yeah. Y'all just let me know, and I'll buy my shirt from y'all. I want one too, type thing. So she was like, okay, I'll let you know, whatever. So then we go back over. I'm giving out snacks. I gave her kids some snacks, and my kids got snacks. And my baby daddy was up there on the field, like by the coaches. In actuality, I wanted to be there up on the field by the coaches because I wanted to see what was going on so I can learn the game. And I couldn't really see because all the men was in front of these small little 5-year-olds, you know what I'm saying? But I also did not want her to think, she want my man. No, ma'am. So I'm just like, I'm just going to see what I can see. And I walk over and try to film my son playing football or whatever. Not going up there towards the field, but, far back at a different angle so I can really see what's going on or whatever. And I really enjoyed seeing him play football. Like, that was the cutest little thing ever. I love football moms and stuff, football dads. That's cute. And coaches, football coaches. They be fine. They be fine sometimes. But anywho, she said to me, she was like, yeah, say we could be out here working out while they playing football. I said, girl, I'm not gonna work out with you. And I laughed. And she looked some type of way, but I'm like, I'm seriously not gonna be out here working out. It's hot as heck out here. You don't feel how hot it is out here? Because I don't want to feel like I'm just being nasty. No, it's not that deep. I literally was not going to be out there. You see my wig? And you see how hot it is? It's humid. It's Georgia. I'm not going to be out here sweating while I got to sit out here for these long behind practices. No, ma'am. I'm not going to do that. So then, I wasn't able to make it to my daughter's cheerleading practice or whatever. But I did ask her if she could send me the videos of the cheers or whatever so I could practice with her. Because I was a cheerleader before in middle school. So I know a little something. So she ended up being a cheerleading coach. And she asked me if I wanted to be a cheerleading coach with her. I was like, no, I don't want all that responsibility. It's not that deep. I got 4 kids. I'm good. So, I didn't make it to I wasn't making it to no practices. The following week, they end up having to do like this thing where you had to bring the birth certificate or in some documents up, recertification or something they was calling it. So I was like, I'm gonna come to that or whatever. Ain't they doing practice after that? And I was told that they were gonna be doing practice after that. So I was like, I'm just gonna go to that. So I go up there and my car was messed up. So my dad came to the practice as well because he wanted to see his grandson practicing. So my dad up there, he's sitting in the car with my my daughter Cameron, Kamaya and Kashmir. They came inside with me, and Kyrie came inside with me inside the building or whatever. We get up there. My baby daddy not there, his wife not there, they kids not there, and I don't know where to go. So I'm like calling, hey, where exactly, what park do I go to? Because it was 2 entrances to the park. It was one on one side of the street, one on the other side of the street. What side do I go? Hey, you know where to go. I don't even know why you even going up there anyway. I told you I could have did everything myself. Y'all know why. I said I wanted to come up here because I have to turn in documents. I don't feel comfortable giving you my documents, and I don't want to have a hard time getting them back. So I just decided I would come up here and turn in the documents. What's the issue? You just be doing too much. And I'm like, okay, what park do I go into? The one on the left or the one on the right? Man, just see where all the cars at. That'll tell you everything you need to know. So I done went to the park on the left and I ain't seen nobody over there. So then I go to the one on the right. I'm like, annoying, you know what I'm saying? Trying to create conflict. That's that reactive abuse. So y'all, a couple nights before, I was having real bad anxiety. And I was having a hard time sleeping that night, and I just felt real nervous, y'all. My body was trying to tell me something. And that was like 3 nights in a row that led up until this particular day, okay? So I figure out where to go for the recertification. We standing out there like we waiting on a ride for Six Flags or whatever, or at an amusement park. We waiting on a ride type thing. We standing in the line. Like we waiting to vote. So they finally let us in the building. And I'm sitting down with my daughter, Kamaya, and Kashmir, and Kyrie. We sitting in there. They come inside. I just felt this nervousness come over me. And he already put a bad vibe out there, so I was not going to speak. I was just going to speak to the kids. But they didn't say nothing to me either. So they sitting down. She doing her little smirking thing that she like to do. He looking all messed up in the face. And then the kids, they looking like kids. So it was getting close to be time for cheerleading practice, because cheerleading practice was that day as well. So Kashmir had to go to cheerleading practice, and I was still staying in the recertification area because I had my documents that I did not want to get to that man. So the cheerleading coach, his wife, she leaves out, and they got 1 car, so I was trying to figure out how they was going to make that work, but that wasn't my business. So she leave out, and she's standing outside the door, and I just felt somebody staring at me. I look up, and she mugging me. So I'm just sitting there looking as pleasant, like not trying to look like I see that you're mugging me, but I'm just like, just whatever, talking to my kids. So she looking at me, and I'm just like, what is going on? And he's still looking crazy in the face. And when she left out, oh, hold on. He started doing this thing, y'all, to where when he was getting the kids, he kept calling me about any little thing, and he would try to talk on the phone with me. Like every time, I'm talking about every week, every 2 days, he started calling me every 2 days, and he would be trying to talk to me for 14 minutes, 22 minutes about nothing. We talking, and he would just keep repeating the same thing over and over again. I'd be trying to get off the phone, but he'll still be like, hey, yeah, and then they did this, and I'm like, oh, for real, okay. Yeah, that's what they be doing over here too. Yeah, that's some funny kids, you know what I'm saying? Like regular co-parents and talk. But it was like he was building up some kind of a phone call log type thing. So to me, it felt like he was cheating, but he wanted to make it seem like it was with me so she could feel some type of way. Now, let's bring it back. So she's standing there mugging me. And he's sitting there smiling now that she's left out. His whole demeanor changed now that she's left out. It was like, parents, we're going to bring y'all to the other room so we can take a look at their documents. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we get up and we finna walk out. Her daughter like, hey, say, how you doing? Da, da, da. We was walking across. I was like, you can go with her because that's your coach. So go with her. And then that's all I said. So now I go to the other side. I'm line with my son. He like a couple people behind me with her son. And I'm in there like a regular parent, another parent. Like, I don't even know this man. For real, because I don't know this man for real. We just got the same son. They tell the parents to come out the building. The boys are going to stay inside. And the parents are all outside in the building. I'm standing there minding my little business. He's standing next to me. And he started talking to me, telling me about, you know, the football team and how he felt like they were showing favoritism. I was like, I don't know where y'all find this place. It's kind of unorganized, but I'm glad he's able to get that experience. He getting his feet wet with football, and he actually like it. Like, I'm glad he getting his feet wet with football, and he actually like it. Like, I'm glad you signed him up for football. That's cool or whatever. He like, yeah, man. Coaches, they wanted me to be a coach or whatever, but I said, no, I don't even want to do all that. I'll make the shirts or whatever for the team. And you know, this weekend when I get the kids, I got a little pool or whatever, and I'm gonna put some chlorine in it, and I'm building a shed in the back. So I was gonna say you ain't gotta do their hair and all that. Just send them over there, cause I know you be trying to do their hair and stuff. But you ain't gotta do their hair. Just send them over there. That way you don't be wasting your time and all that. I was like, okay, cool. Thank you for the hair. So they don't have fun in the pool. Some other dads walk up and we all talking in the whole group. And I'm looking at one of the dads. And I'm like, man was fine. And I'm looking at him like, yeah. How old is your son? Okay. You know, talking to the dad. He was fine, y'all. And then my son walked out. I grab my son's hand and I get in the car. And we go to the other side. To the other side of the park because my daughter was having cheerleading practice or whatever. So I'm out there and I got my little snacks. Her kids out there, whatever. They all coming up to me because they love me and I love them. So I'm giving out snacks because, you know, it's COVID going on. Don't nobody need to share nothing. I got plenty. I made sure I brought plenty of snacks for anybody and other kids if they needed some. Because parents, we all got more than one child, most of us. So, shoot, I got plenty of snacks for everybody. I had the little applesauce pouches. I had some little Sour Jacks. I had some fruit snacks. I had some fruit roll-ups. I had some Cheez-Its. I had some chips, some Takis. I had some juice boxes. I only have 4 juice boxes now. But I had some snacks that we could share. I had like 16 snacks. So, I get over there and I'm trying to like keep the kids calm or whatever. So I'm like, let's go to the other side. So we go to the other side, we racing. And my baby daddy had asked me to send my son across the street with him because he was gonna play football with her son and my son. So I sent him across the street with his dad, and I got my 2 girls and I got her daughter. And we racing or whatever, and it was ready for practice to be over. So eventually the boys that came over, we all on the other side of the field, we racing or whatever, where we can't see the cheerleading practice because it was like kind of distracting how loud it was. So I was like, let's go to the other side because y'all being too loud. So we over there, we racing. I'm like, y'all can't be loud, like y'all gotta be quiet. So we racing or whatever, you know, kids can't be quiet. So I felt like I was being distracted. And I was like, I ain't coming to no more practices because I feel like she felt like I was doing that on purpose. Because I seen her face and I wasn't. It's just the kids. That's how they are. But if you know your kids, you know your kids. So you know it shouldn't have been nothing. You know. So the next day come. I had this little dude I was talking to. He wanted to take me on a date, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go on this little date with you. Even though you've been getting close to getting kicked off the roster, but I'm gonna go on this little date with you and let you redeem yourself. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know how to spend some money. So I'm like, I'm going on this little date. So I'm waiting on brother to pull up. He running late. He told me, make sure the kids ready at this time. I'm like, okay, cool. They was ready 45 minutes before that time. You hear me? Because I was trying to get myself ready. And I was trying to make sure my house was clean. Because I was planning on doing some things. It's been a long time. So, I'm in the bathroom. I'm like, dang, where your daddy at? Now, you know what? Don't even call him because he be getting mad when you call his phone and all this stuff. So don't even call. But it was like 5 minutes after the time he said he was going to pick them up, right? So I started having this little funny feeling. And he called. Tell him to hurry up on my side. I said, not you rushing him and you a whole hour late. But okay, I'm going to sit him outside. But that's just how I talk, right? So, and I was like, okay, I'm going to sit him outside or whatever. I had a little laugh in there so you know I'm joking. So I was like, y'all hurry up and get y'all got y'all shoes on and stuff. Y'all dad outside. So I'm walking to walk them out the door so I could walk them to the balcony and watch them go down the stairs and stuff because it'll be weird people outside. So some told me, oh, take your trash out, sis. That thing ain't full. It's going to be stank by the time you come back. We trying to get some gas. So I'm like, let me take my trash out. So I turn around and I go get my bag and I'm finna take my trash out. So I come out and I'm waiting to hear them getting in the car and stuff. So I stood on the second flight of stairs and I'm just waiting so I can hear their car drive off because you can hear their car drive off. It got a particular sound. Like a you can hear that noise. So I'm waiting, and I hear my daughter bees singing. My daughter like, oh, my dad want me to get that one outfit. He wanted me to wear that outfit over there. I was like, oh, you mean the outfit that you had on last weekend, but he had switched the weekends? Ooh, did I watch that? Go look for it. I'm gonna take my trash out, and I'm gonna come help you look. So I'm like, dang, I got on these little bitty shorts. Let me go around the back way where the people in the parking lot can't see me. So I go around the back way and I just throw my trash over and then I come back up the stairs and I'm running up the stairs trying to help her find an outfit because I'm supposed to be ready by a certain time because I was getting picked up and took it on a date. You know what I'm saying? So, and I had on curly hair, so I had to, you know how much high maintenance curly hair is. But anyway, I'm going up the stairs. I'm helping her look. I can't find the outfit. She can't find the outfit. I was like, look in your drawer. It's been like 15 minutes. I'm sweating. I feel like my wig finna start lifting, y'all. You know, when you looking for stuff and you can't find it, you just start getting sweaty. So I'm like, man, I gotta be getting ready. He already was late. Like, so I'm getting a little bit annoyed. So I'm like, I wish he would have said something yesterday at the practice or early this morning because I would have been able to have time to get the stuff together. He was sitting there talking to me about all this other stuff, but you couldn't say nothing to me. You know what? Let's look in your room. So we find the shirt, but we don't find the shorts. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just walk you down and I'm gonna just tell him that I'm gonna have the pants for him by the time he come drop y'all off because I'm not gonna keep looking for this. So I go with her down the stairs. I'm a little frustrated, so you can feel people vibe. You know what I'm saying? You can feel people vibe. Approach was this. I was like, look, here go the shirt. I'm gonna have the pants for you by the time you drop the kids off or whatever. Man, Cash said you said they can't bring us back. Cash said you said they can't bring us back. And I'm like, I never said that, but like I said, I have the pants for you at the time of drop off, but here's the shirt because I couldn't find it because I'm moving stuff around. And you could have said something to me at football practice yesterday, or you could have called me this morning and let me know to have this particular outfit because she had this last week from when you were supposed to get the kids, but you canceled, so it got washed and stuff got moved around because I'm rearranging stuff. So I don't know where it's at, and I done turned around. I done mixed up all my color clothes because I separated my clothes out and I done mixed them all up, so I'm a little frustrated. But look, like I said, here go the shirt. I had pants for you by the time it's time for you to drop them off. So he says the same thing again. Cash said, you said they can't bring shit back. And I'm like, I never said that. So when I said that, he opens up the backseat door. Hey, Cash. Then you say, and then his wife looks at me and says, y'all need to stop putting the kids in all y'all mess. I said, you need to direct your comments to your husband and don't speak on me. You don't say an MFing thing to me. You don't say nothing to me. We don't have no kids together. We don't have no ties together. You talk to your husband. Y'all are one. We ain't one. You don't say nothing to me. He says to me, don't talk to my wife like that. Get the F away from my MF car. Get the F away from my MF car. I said, you're at my house. You at my apartment. You can leave. Get in your car and you leave. And then I walks away. I'm walking around the back of that car towards the trunk, and I get around to the other side. I glance back. She doing that thing that she always be doing, all that. And I'm like, this could easily be you. This could easily be you. I don't know why you feel like you could just be smirking and laughing and all that stuff. This could easily be you. This could easily be you. And I'm doing like this. I'm doing like this. And I'm walking up towards the car. But as I'm walking up to the car, she locks her car door. And I'm like, you locking your car door for? This could easily be you. I don't know why you feel like something's funny. So some telling me, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. So I turn around and I'm gonna walk towards my apartment. He starts walking towards me. This man, he looked at me and thought before he did what he did. I could see that he thought about what it was premeditated. He thought about what he. So I turned around and I'm gonna walk towards my apartment. He starts walking towards me. This man took it upon himself. He literally looked at me and thought before he did what he did. I could see that he thought about what it was premeditated. He thought about what he did. He starts choking me, y'all. This man started choking me up against the car. The man started choking me up against the car, y'all. When I tell y'all, he was choking me with one hand. So I tried to grab him like this, and he pushing me up against the daggone the side view mirror. Like, I still have back pains to this day. He pushing me up against the side view mirror, and I'm trying to grab his arm. And as I'm trying to grab him, he starts choking me with both of his hands. And I literally could not feel. I lost feeling in my arms. I lost feeling in my legs. I could not kick. I could not move my arms. I couldn't do anything, y'all. Like, I didn't even know what to do. I'm sitting here, like, fighting for my life. Y'all, I seen the light. When I tell y'all, I literally seen the light. I seen the light, and I felt myself finna go. And I'm sitting there, like, trying to move my arms. The only thing I can do is do like this on the windshield. He had me all against the damn windshield. He had to push me all the way against the windshield. They got a truck, a Honda Pilot, 5 feet tall. He got me picked up on the car, and I remember seeing my neighbor coming towards her car, and I thought she had left, but I think their truck was in the way. But I remember hearing my neighbor say, hey, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. And then I also remember hearing, I started doing like this, and I remember looking over, and I remember my eyes doing like this, and I heard his wife say, BD, let her go. Nonchalant AF. You hear me? Nonchalant AF. And he let me go, and I'm grasping for my neck, and I'm like, you trying to kill me? You fucking crazy. You fucking crazy. He laughing, y'all. He like, haha, yo scary ass. And he started walking towards me like he was finna start pop, pop, pop. He had my phone in my hand. Someone just told me to pull my camera out. If I pulled my camera out, and I'm like, this your last time put your hands on me. You don't put your hands on me. You never put your hands on me ever again. Don't touch me. Don't put your hands on me. Jail. You going to jail. Get my kids out that car. You never gonna see my kids again. You better get your kids. You better leave him. You better don't get my kids. Get my kids. You trying to kill me in front of my kids? In front of all these kids? Get my kids out of that car. So I'm trying to get my kids out of the back seat. He will not let me get my kids out of the car. He keep on closing the door or whatever. And then I finally was able to get the car door open. And when I tell y'all, all 8 of them kids was in that car crying. I ain't never seen nothing like it, y'all. And she on the phone smiling on the phone with somebody. She calling the police on your ass. She calling the police on your stupid ass. You said that you broke my rear view mirror. I was like, you broke that when you pushed me up against that car. Like, everything was going so fast. I didn't even realize what was going on when it was going on. I don't even know how that even happened. I got my kids out of that car and I told him he never seen my kids again. I went around to the back of his truck. I took a picture of his license plate. I called the police. I'm not calling the police. You going up to jail. And y'all, I tell y'all, I'm not taking this lightly. Don't take this lightly at all. I promise you, I'm not taking this lightly. I'm pushing it to the furthest extent. The stuff I picked up by the state, and you know they're not gonna play. I'm literally like, I have a TPO, a temporary protective order. For those of y'all don't know what TPO stands for, that's the no contact order. He's not allowed around me and my kids. We are in therapy. I had to go to the urgent care because my back was hurting real bad. I had real bad neck spasm. One time I couldn't even move my neck left and right. The next day, the ambulance had came out to do my evaluation on that same day, but the next day I woke up, my body, I could not move. Like, my back was hurting so bad. I was literally like this, like literally. No, and I was like literally like this. I could not move my neck. I had to go get a steroid injection in order to be able to loosen up my neck so I can move my neck. And I don't know if y'all can see this little like scratch right here, but it's fading away now, but this is from him. So I say this to say there's no co-parenting with a narcissistic abuser. There's no co-parenting with your previous abuser, because they will not stop. It's been 4 years since his previous TPO, and this happened again. And it's always so obvious when he does something. He will not stop. I don't know when he gonna stop. I have real bad anxiety. I was having real bad panic attacks where I was just crying and crying and crying and crying and crying. I let myself sit in that for a week. I had to get myself up out of there, because I'm not gonna let you bring me back to a sunken place to where I don't know who I am. And I'm not gonna let you have that power over me. I literally had to meditate myself. I had to take spiritual baths. I had to pray. I had to find my peace. I had to get my mind back right. Like, I literally had to take time and pull myself together. And I'm protected, because I could have been gone. If that was supposed to be my way of being gone, I would have been gone on that day. He would have took me out of the game. And she sat there and was laughing along with him like it's a joke, like they think it's funny. That man tried to kill me in front of his wife and in front of all 8 of them kids. My kids are in therapy. I have a TPO against him. He's not allowed around my property. He's not allowed around my kids. My kids are in therapy as we speak. Like, they go every month. I go every month. My kids do meditation with me as well. I love on my kids even harder. I let them know that that is not okay. That is not acceptable behavior. You do not allow anybody to do anything. If anybody is trying to instill some kind of fear into you, they're not good people. I'm not allowing my kids around that person ever again. Like, he is literally about to serve this time. Last time, you was able to get to me because I was still weak. But this time, baby, it's out of my hands. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not gonna take this lightly. And if you're experiencing any domestic violence, if you're going through anything similar, please do not take this lightly, because they will take your whole life. They will steal your freedom of walking this earth. They will not stop. They won't stop until you either as miserable as they are or you're gone. Y'all see it all the time on the news. Y'all hear about it all the time on social media. People get hurt every day. Men are killing women every day. Women are killing men every day. I have my protection that I have. If he was ever to step foot on my property, I'm not asking no questions. If he ever comes to my house, I'm not asking no questions, and that's all I'm gonna say. I got my protection. I didn't have it on me on that day. He caught me slipping real bad, and I didn't even know that was finna happen. I'm shaking, y'all. I didn't even know that was finna happen. I did not even know that was about to go down. I didn't even see it coming, because he was just being really, really nice. But it was all some kind of an act. They're good actors. I'm able to talk about these type of things because I've healed myself. I protected myself against any negative thoughts, negative wishes, negative emotions, negative attachments, trauma bonds, all that. I've protected myself, and I've broken all of those. So if you're seeing this and it's touching you and you need some assistance as to what to do or what to say or what resources, please reach out to me, because I want to help. I want to bring awareness of domestic violence. It will not stop. You cannot co-parent with your domestic abuser. If y'all got kids together, just keep your kids as far away as possible. I don't care if he look like he doing something good or he look like he done changed. It's all an act. He will still snap and try to snap your neck. You hear me? I know I've taken a long time to make this next part, but it's because this particular situation is very fresh. Like, this incident happened August 19th. Like I told y'all, something like 4 years ago in the month of August is when he locked me in the bathroom after he did things to me. And then 4 years later, here we are with him trying to unalive me in front of his wife, in front of all 8 of their children, with 4 of those being my children. You know what I'm saying? So this particular situation was kind of like a shocker to me because I didn't see it coming at all. He was really being like really nice the day before, so I didn't see it coming at all. I wasn't expecting it to happen. He had been calling me like every 2 days, talking to me as if he was trying to build that co-parentship type thing that most parents have together, where they can just talk about the kids type thing. I don't even know where it came from. I don't know. It was just like hidden animosity. Like, you have to watch people who have that hidden animosity, because they will try to unalive you and like this, and you won't even see it coming, and you will be unprepared. See what I'm saying? So after that particular situation happened, I was really in shock. I took a picture of the license plate. I had my kids go upstairs and start walking to the apartment or whatever. And as I'm walking up to the apartment, I hear this dude saying like, hey, you straight? Hey, the dude like, hey, you straight? And I'm looking, trying to see where the voice is coming from. So I look behind me, and I could see like over the balcony where it's like it's a parking lot, and there was a dude sitting at a table. He like, hey, you straight? I'm like, I'm good. He's telling us, I mean, you straight? I got the pills, I got this, I got the tree, I'm like, what the H was you when I was getting deaf? You know what I'm saying? What the H was you when I was getting, you know what I'm saying? Where was you? Where was your antennas at? Get out my face trying to sell me some, what? Y'all, that made me mad. So I continue to go to my apartment, and I'm calling the police or whatever, and I'm trying to wait on them to pull up, and I'm trying to tell them exactly where I am. They couldn't seem to figure out where I was or whatever, and I could see them driving around my neighborhood. I finally was able to guide the police to where I was. He came up the stairs. I told him I couldn't talk downstairs, and I had to talk upstairs because I had my kids inside the apartment. So he came up to my apartment or whatever, and we sitting outside my door in the hallway. I'm talking to him. I'm telling him everything. I'm literally like talking to him numb to what just happened. Like, cause I'm just like numb to what just happened. I could telling him like the same stuff I told y'all, but I literally was leaving out the part where he you know, whatever. I was keeping that part out. I was just like, and then I have this right here because he pushed me, and then my daughter. I was like, my daughter had to. I couldn't really talk, y'all. I'm like, my daughter had to talk, y'all. Tell y'all. So my daughter came out, and she telling them everything. He's like, my daddy tried to get my mommy. My daddy. Yeah, I couldn't really tell the situation as to what happened because I was still trying to make it make sense, like make it digested to my mind. I told him that the dude that my baby daddy had you know, put his hands on me and pushed me up against the car. I didn't say that he choked me at that particular time because it was so fresh. He wouldn't have known that if my child wouldn't have came out and like told what she saw. And he wouldn't have known how serious it was if I didn't have that like slight. He was able to see like redness on my neck, and that I was like, it was burning really bad, and it hurt to swallow. So I had to wait for the ambulance to come out and do evaluation on me, and they was asking if I wanted to go to the hospital. I really did want to go to the hospital, but I was thinking about my children and how much more scarier that would have made the situation to be. After the ambulance came out, they gave me an ice pack or whatever, and I was able to. The police let me know that I can get my police report, and he recommended that I go get a TPO first thing Monday morning. And I was asking him, I'm like, isn't it strange that he always seems to find out where I live? He was like, honestly, no, because if he knows your social security number, he can easily find you. He can easily find your location at any time, no matter where you are. And he was like, I just would recommend, you know, taking self-defense classes, protecting yourself, you know, with a glizzy. And he was also saying to get a TPO. The main thing you want to do is to make sure Monday morning you go get a TPO. So that's what I did. I went to DeKalb County to get a TPO, but they were telling me I had to go to the county that he resided in, so that's where I went. Literally, after that situation happened, I literally couldn't even think of nobody who I would want to call, who could help me. I'm talking to people, I'm talking to every dude that's on my roster. Nobody was like, you want me to go, not even offering, you want me to go see what it is? Yeah, I can take care, I'll do this, I do that. And I wouldn't have wanted them to do that, but it's like you could at least offer. Nobody like even showed a sense of compassion. Nobody cared for real. Nobody showed me no type of way that they would step for me if it came to it. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't showing that they would protect me as a man. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, and then it wasn't even like, do you need anything? Are you okay? Are the kids okay? Nobody was saying anything. You want me to come over there with you? It just made me feel like you just want to come lay in my bed. What you gonna do if you come over here with me? Do you even own a glizzy? Like, what were you gonna do? What was, no, you don't have to come. I started having a serious panic attack. I'm talking about I just started crying hysterically. I was trying to be so strong for my kids and I didn't let them see me cry. But once I put them to bed, after I put, you know, stuff in front of the door and everything, because they were scared. They were like, they didn't want to ever go. They don't want to see him no more. They don't like him no more. They don't ever want to go around him. It was like, my 2-year-old was like, Daddy dangerous. Not a 2-year-old. Nobody even said that word around her. Daddy dangerous. That's the first thing that came out of her mouth. Like, nobody, my kids don't want to be around that person. And guess what? They're not ever going to be around that person, like, ever again. Like, he's a donor at this point. I don't even know what he would do to my kids because they look like me. All of my kids look like me and they're my children. It just made me feel like if he hates me so bad and would unalive me because it's me, ain't no telling what he would do if he see my kids and they just have a glimpse of a day where they just looking too much like me. He might snap and just do something to them. So I would not put my kids in that situation to where they would even go back. They're not even finna talk. He not even finna, like, the only way he'll see my kids is if he doing what he doing now, more than likely stalking my social media. Other than that, no. Not in person. Not gonna happen. But I called my mom and I'm talking to her about what happened, and I told her everything that I had done. You know, she was just like, I don't know why you even went downstairs anyway. Why would you even go down there? I wouldn't even be going down there to go, you know, be around that person, because you don't ever know what he gonna do. And to me, with it being so fresh and the things that had happened, it just made me feel like you're blaming me for what happened to me, saying I don't even know why you went down there to talk to him. You should have just said what you had to say over the phone. My daughter was walking down the stairs by herself. I'm walking my child down thinking I could talk to thinking I could talk to a human being face to face instead of relaying a message through my child, or him having a conversation with my child about something he could talk to me about, because that's the type of person he is. I would have rather him talk to me face to face, just being wrong. But yeah, things went left. How? I don't even know. But it's just the fact that, like, when victims come to people and they're confiding in you and venting to you, you don't say certain things. Like, that really made me feel like I didn't have nobody. Then I called somebody else to confide in them. They said I wouldn't be letting my kids go over there from the first place anyway. I wouldn't let. It's like, didn't I just talk to you? I could have sworn I just talked to you and you were like, you can't be keeping the kids away from their dad. You can't be, they need to have their dad in their life regardless of what y'all got going on. Y'all need to put that to the side and you need to let them kids go. And then it's like, I wouldn't even let my kids go over there. Like, I don't know what she was thinking. I wouldn't be letting my kids go over there. He wouldn't see my kids at all. So it just made me feel like, bro, I had to stop listening to people and just start listening to myself, going with what's best for me, because only I know what's best for me. be quite honest with y'all, a lot of things that I went through in my life and a lot of things that I've experienced would probably not have happened if I didn't reach out to somebody to get a second opinion. Like, do you think I should leave, or do you think I should try to work it out? Even though he did this, I did this, and he put his hands on me. I think it was my fault. So do you think I should try? Well, if you love him, you should fight for what you love. You should stay. You should, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could have been left if I would have just listened to me. But I used to always confide in others. I don't confide in nobody for anything. Whatever my intuition tells me, whatever my brain tells me, I'm going for it. If I feel like you're not a good person for me to be around, I don't care who you are, you're not going to be around me. My cutoff game is so strong to where I don't even deal with family. I don't even have friends. Literally, I don't have friends at all. I probably got, yeah, if I'm not going to deal with certain things from family members and people who I call my friend, I'm not gonna let my baby daddy do certain things either. I'm not gonna be around those type of behaviors. If it makes me feel any bit off balance, or if I get anxiety every time I have to be around you, I'm not coming around. You're not gonna see me. You're not even gonna hear my voice unless you're stalking my social media. Other than that, I'm not coming around. So I say this to say, listen to your intuition. Trust your instincts. Don't confide in others. If you want to talk to somebody, get you a therapist, because they're going to listen to you and they're going to help you use your brain to make a decision, not giving you, advice as to what they think you should do. They're going to talk to you and tweak it to where you come up with your own conclusion. You know what I'm saying? Like, unbiased. Very much so. But anywho, I went and I got off topic, y'all. But anywho, for real, I meant what I said. But I went and got a TPO. I wasn't sleeping well at all. I literally would be up all night long. I'd be up till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Then I stay up because I got to get up at 5 to get my kids ready. And then I go to sleep. After I put them on the bus, I would sleep during the daytime before I sleep at night. That's how bad it got. And I wasn't getting no sleep at all. I wasn't getting any sleep at all. But I decided that I wasn't going to allow myself to sit in that. I'm not going to allow him to, affect me in any negative way, because that's what he wants. He wanted me to feel how he felt. I feel like he wanted to do something that could hurt me, but I wasn't going for it. He really was trying to take my son. If I'm being quite honest with y'all, he was trying to figure out a way to hit me where it would really hurt, which is through my children. So he was trying to take my son. But nothing was going how he wanted it to go. So he had that built up animosity and nothing wasn't going. He was trying to be cool with me. I wasn't falling for it. I wasn't falling for the niceness and trying to flirt or anything. I was being real respectable, treating you like a bill collector, sir. Being real respectable. And it wasn't working, so now you're trying to take my life because you can't have me, nobody can. Is that what it was, y'all? Fatal attraction, maybe? I don't know. But he had a warrant out for his arrest, right? They didn't even go pick him up. He had a warrant out for his arrest in DeKalb County. DeKalb County was not trying to go pick him up. They was just going to use the GCI system, which is the system that they use to run your license plate, to run your tag, to see if you got a warrant. They was relying on that to catch him. I'm like, no, sir. I know you fucking lying. So you know what I did? I called Noon County. Because he got a warrant. Go pick his A up. I know his address. He's at such. It's best to go in the morning. You hear me? Pick him up. He needs to go to jail for what he's done. I had got contacted saying that he was in jail or whatever. And they were letting me know that he had a bond hearing. I'm trying to talk to the lawyer like he don't need no bond. He don't need that, because a bond is nothing to a scammer. They can easily scam their way out of jail easily with no problem. And I know the goofy gonna get him out real quick. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, I'm going to set your bond high at $20,000. We know that number, $2,000. If you a scammer, you can get that when you blink your eyes. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? That man got out. As soon as she said $20,000, that man got out of jail like this. That girl was watching online, and that girl bonded that boy out so quick. The goofy bonded him out. Yes, she did. So he gets out of jail. I'm watching. I had this, they had me like when you're a victim, they let you know when the person gets out or whatever. They had like this little, I forgot what the system called. Well, it'll text, they send you a text notification or it'll call you. It kept calling me, constantly letting me know that he had been released or whatever. I'm just like, bro, how many times they gonna keep calling me? That shit making my anxiety act up. I just felt like he was finna be at my door. You know what I'm saying? Every time that thing called me, I'm just like, bro, when is he coming? When is he coming? I just feel like he's coming. When is he coming? I'm talking about scared as hell. Even though I have Priest. That's my glizzy's name. I got Priest. I'm talking about I take that thing everywhere. I sleep with him. I take that thing everywhere with me. That's how scared I am. I'm not playing with him, y'all. I'm not gonna let him catch me slipping at all. I had to go to court for the TPO hearing, and I get in there. I don't see him in the. I wasn't really trying to look because I didn't want to see him, but I still had to look to see where I could sit at. And I go in there. I'm thinking maybe I'm here before him and he late type thing. He never showed up. So when I get called to the stand, she was like, he hasn't been served. I'm like, how wasn't he served when he went to jail? That doesn't make sense. They could have served him in the jail. And then she was like, they probably didn't look through the system or whatever. We're going to make sure that he gets served this week. And I'm like, okay. She was like, we're just going to extend out your TPO, your temporary TPO, and then we're going to get him served or whatever. And you're going to have to come back again. So I'm like, oh my God, I got to go to court for this again and have all this anxiety and sleepless nights again. I was ready to get it over with. I don't want to see this person. So time goes on. I'm calling like, have y'all served this man this TPO? No, they haven't served it yet. You may want to contact. So I contact the sheriff's office. I'm like, look, this person has a TPO. I'm trying to get it served so we can go to court. I can't keep missing work for this. You know what I'm saying? I can't keep missing work. I'm already missing sleep for this mess. I can't miss work again for this nonsense that shouldn't have even happened. So they finally was able to serve him, and we go to court. Of course, Goofy came, right? Goofy came. They sitting on this side of the courtroom. I'm sitting on. What was crazy was, you know how source be working in crazy ways. We in there, all of the cases that we had to hear about were legitimation. That let me know that that's what he was trying to do. And I could just see him in my peripheral. I'm not trying to look at him, but I could see him in my peripheral, like taking in all of this information that he's able to gather from different cases. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, Lord, they got the wrong person in here to get this information. Why is all the cases like this today? Last time it was divorces. This time it's this. This is wild. And then I had to stay literally the whole 2 hours. They finally called us to go up there. He get up. I'm waiting on him to pass by me because I don't know what you on, sir. I'm not gonna walk next to you. You don't have nothing to live. You don't have a car. You don't have a house. You don't have a job. So you have nothing to lose. So I'm not gonna walk next to you. I don't know what you on. He see me do that. He laughs. And he walks and he goes to sit down. Got on sweatpants and a t-shirt. Me, I got on my professional stuff. Looking like a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I am. So I'm sitting down. I'm not looking at him. And I see her with her little drawstring ponytail. Looking like a clown. She's just a goofy, y'all. She's just a whole goofy. And the judge, she's reading what I wrote or whatever. I wasn't too much trying to say anything because I said what I said on the paper. I really don't have much to say. First, she talks to him, trying to get his side. He like, to be honest, I just want to get my rights away. I just want to get my rights away. I don't even want to. He's like, give your rights away. I've never, out of all my years of judging, I've never heard anyone say anything like that. I'm just saying, man, because if he got to come with all that, I ain't even trying to be dealing with her. As if I did something. Like I made you choke me and strangle. As if I made you catch a strangulation charge to the 3rd degree. I didn't make you put your hands on me. Like, is he crazy, y'all, or what? So she's looking like puzzled, and then he's... So those of you who don't know what a TPO is, here in Georgia, they don't have restraining orders. They have something that they call temporary protective order. So if you ever experience a domestic violence situation or something similar, they'll provide you with a temporary protective order good for 30 days, which you have to have your police report. You have to go to the county that the attacker resides in. You go up there, apply for the TPO, write down everything that happened verbatim, and then the judge will review it and they'll issue you a 30-day temporary protective order. And then you have to go to court. When you go to court, you have to see your attacker. And when I tell y'all, I do not agree with that. I do not like that. I feel like that's very, very triggering for the victim. He's like, yeah, because if it come with all that, I ain't even trying to deal with that. If I got to deal with her, I don't want to deal with that. Last time she pulled a glizzy out on us, and she told us that she was gonna pow us or whatever, as if I just came out of nowhere and just said it. I told y'all what happened. We in the parking lot at a jail. Why would I even have that on me? Why would I even just come out of nowhere and say that? Then he was like, then she be sending the police to my house, trying to say somebody kid. She gonna send the police to my house, telling me somebody I kidnapped the kids, and I'm just like, I'm just sitting there, y'all, literally like my eyebrows are like this. I want to say something so bad, but he was gaslighting, y'all. He was gaslighting so heavy. Like he wanted to say all these things, and he wanted to get a reaction out of me so I could portray an image as to what he's saying. So I'm sitting there and I'm just like letting him talk. And then she over there, the judge like, ma'am, put your hand down. Put your hand down. And I wanted to laugh so bad because, man, put your goddamn hand down. Nobody want to hear nothing you got to say. With your stupid, with your crazy, with your goofy. We only here today because it's some jealousy going on. It got to be some kind of jealousy going on. She jealous of me and my wife. She jealous of what we got going on. And I'm just sitting there like so confused, because where in your mind does that even make sense? Like how is anything that you're saying make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like what? I'm so confused. That's how he made me feel, like a blonde. Like no offense to the blondes, but y'all know what I'm saying. Like what? So I'm just sitting there and I'm like, Your Honor, may I intervene? All of those are false allegations. You could pull police reports from Muskogee County, Clayton County, Clark County, and you'll be able to see his criminal history. We have a history of domestic violence, Your Honor. It's escalated time after time after time after time after time until this occasion, to where he tried to unalive me with his bare hands in front of this lady over here and 8 children, not just 4, but 8 children, Your Honor. Like, be for real. What does jealousy have to do with me being in here getting a TPO? If I'm jealous, that means I want to be with you. Why would I want to be with you, sir? Why would I be jealous of you with your callus having, hairline receding, saying that your wife grew my house for 3 years, driving her car, ain't got no job, all y'all kids' sleeves always look like this, with their hands down. Like, I've been around y'all. I felt y'all energy. Y'all don't even have a good energy together. Y'all are boring as a couple. Y'all are not showing that y'all are even happy with each other. Y'all are just doing that shit. Y'all are just doing it. Making babies. You got 8 kids all together. And she's a goofy for dealing with that. Like, what is there to be jealous about at all? Like, look at me. It just was too much, y'all. It was just too much. Like, I have too much good stuff going on and good energies to even be like dealing with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing everything that I could to avoid any negative situations happen, trying to be helpful, trying to co-parent, not even arguing with him, not even feeding into nothing that he was ever saying. No type of way, form, or fashion. He know that. She know that. But she gotta, I don't know, I guess she gotta stand beside her man or whatever. Or she gonna get bow, them same bruises that she had from the beginning. Finally got my TPO, y'all. He has not contacted me since he got served with his TPO papers, but he did try to contact me 2 days after he tried to unalive me, as if it wasn't anything. Like, oh, if you want to keep the kids in sports, then you need to have to figure out a way to get them up there, because I ain't dealing with you. Like, I did something. I just didn't respond because, sir, don't text my phone. Don't contact me. I have a TPO against you. Don't reach out to me at all. Don't even cyber stalk me. Once I figured out, if y'all know any pointers or any lawyers, leave them in the comments below, please, because I'm ready to, like, I'm just so, it's just annoying that I even had to have dealt with that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting that at all. But other than that, they just stalk my social media. I can see that they're stalking my social media. I don't post on Facebook anymore. My page is private. They've been blocked since I was pregnant with Kamaya. So I don't know how they watch my social media, but they watch it on Facebook. I don't even post on there no more. I barely post on Instagram. My page is public on there because, you know, influencers lifestyle. So I post on there to get, you know, exposure, as I should. But I have seen to where his wife had her sister watching my social media. I don't know if it was her watching through her sister page, or she just sent her sister to see what I was doing or whatever. But it's like, I don't even post about them people. I don't even speak on them folks. I don't say anything about them. All I do is post, like, stuff that we all can relate to about baby daddies. You know what I'm saying? And once I see that it's consistent of them stalking my social media, I'm gonna give you something to look at. I'm gonna speak on you for a day. I'll give you a little clout for a day, but I'm not going to tell who I'm talking about. The only people that know who I'm talking about are people that personally know me, or if you reach out to me and you just feel like you know, and you done showed me a picture, and I might say yay or nay, or I might not even respond. It just depends on how I feel. Other than that, don't nobody know who I'm talking about. I don't speak on them people for real. I speak on the situations because it can help other people, as well as helping myself heal. Because that's fresh. That happened in August. Here we are. It's December. September, October, November, December. 4 months ago that happened to me.